therefore to move to next generation sequencing. We can do that. It's not that expensive. This is the machine we use now, the Iron Torrent. This is the Sanger sequencing, the old-fashioned, we now say, and with old-fashioned we mean it's 3 years old. We bought this Iron Torrent, we use it now. We know that in September the new machine will be on the market. It's with the computers also. When do you buy a new phone, a new computer? As soon as you buy it, it's outdated. It's the same here. So what we do now is about 10 to 100 genes per patient. We do that for lung cancer, we do that for colorectal cancer, breast cancer. This is really changing pathology. It's a lot of money still, but soon it will not be. This machine costs way less than this machine. This machine was more than 100,000 euro when we bought it. This machine is 45,000 euro. Still quite small, but immunostators are sometimes a little expensive. Some results you can see. These are the leads. This is what you are going to see in pathology meetings the coming few months and years. Because you see now, these are all the reads. I won't go into too much detail. And you see that not all the cells have the same. So each bar means that there is a deletion. You see that not all the reads have the deletion, so it shows the tumor has integrated there. And we have to learn how much you have to feed. This is a KRAS mutation. This is the EGFR deletion. You know, this is overwhelming, isn't it? Sometimes I think, this is happening. How can we deal with it? So, what I see in my laboratory everywhere, resistance, people don't like it. They want to stay with the microscope. You know, but I will wait until I'm 65 or maybe 67. What happens? People are worried. Will pathology disappear, or are afraid that others will take our split or overwhelm people inside will complain. You know, the Tea Party in the United States was something like that. They have disappeared. And I think it's different. And I think that what we should do as pathologists is the Dr. Phil Obama approach, as I call it. So if people complain, just say, what did you do about it? And if you know Dr. Phil, I don't know if he's popular here as well, but what is so good about him that he can ask the same question 50 different ways, but it's always the same question and he never gives an answer. So this is what we need to do something about, and you can do something about it. Now, how are we doing that? The European Society of Pathology sees this transformation happening. We try to coordinate within Europe, try to exchange as fast as possible new ideas, new methods, possibilities. Teaching is enormously important. We are transforming virtual archives as a journal towards evidence-based pathology. We have the European School of Pathology, where there is now, and some of you were there in PISA, the course in molecular pathology. Not only a course for pathologists. I think it's very important that pathologists know something about molecular biology, but also we need to have molecular biologists who know a lot about pathology. So it's an interaction. We have working groups, and of course we have our yearly Kongres, which we will have evaluated in a few days. And I invite you, of course, all to come there and bring your science. Thank you very much. You want to ask some questions? It's fine.
Yes. Any questions? Or you just find yourself absolutely amazed with the ongoing situation in the pathology?
It's great fun.
It's a little bit expensive, but can be fun.
Well, this morning I had a discussion with the pharmaceutical industry, and you know, for HER2 testing, we should do immunohistochemistry. You have every 100 patients who have 3 too many possibles. Even with the best immune, everybody knows it. Because it's the fish test that really sees the information. Fish seems expensive, but if you have 3 patients not getting Herceptin, you can pay your whole pathology for the whole thing. So the problem is, of course, that I get my money from a different source than medical oncology. So we need to team up with medical oncology. We can save a lot of money by doing less tests. Because of course the money goes to medical oncology. are expensive. In the Netherlands, the total budget of the hospital that goes to pathology is 1.5%. That's also a problem. That's why my management is not interested. They cannot save money on it, they cannot make it. It's too little. So as we start becoming more expensive, we are taking more serious. I hope you agree. But this is the discussion I have.
Yes.
We see that the price of sequencing has gone down tremendously, and it will probably go down even further. And it's very realistic that within a year or a couple of years we have the ability to sequence the whole genome. Do you think that people will actually be doing that? Because that's going to provide information overload for our clinicians. So do you think that that will be the way to go, or will we be developing panels that will be sort of cancer specific, like leukemia, lymphoma type of panel, breast cancer panel, GI cancer type of panels, where people will be dealing with maybe 30 or 40 genes that do have prognostic significance, and we'll be able to build the algorithms that will point to the right therapy at the right time?
I think that's a very, very important remark. That's exactly what we are thinking about now. I would hope that this, I'm pretty sure that this enormous amount of information will become available. And I think it will be our job as pathologists to translate that information to the clinician. If we are going to send to the clinician, well, we tested these 16 genes, and this one is mutated, and here half of the tumor cells is mutated, and this gene is mutated in the tumor cells that don't have that gene, the clinician is going to be overwhelmed. So we are the ones, I think, who should make the guidance, like microbiologists do nowadays also, make the guidance to this is the type of therapy we may expect. So we are going to construct the pathways that are involved, and we can give a prediction, not only that it's an adenocarcinoma poorly differentiated, but it also has an effective EGFR pathway without KRAS mutation. I think this is how our approach goes to look like. Makes us much more an advisor to the clinician than nowadays. I'm pretty sure that clinicians are not able, well they are able, but they have to do a lot of other things too, to have all these molecular pathways in the context of the because indeed a mutation in a colorectal cancer cell means something else than the same mutation in a breast cancer cell. But it's a challenge.
If there is no more questions, I just want to thank you, Han, for a wonderful lecture. And we will have a kind of break, and I invite you over to cocktail.